I usually hear people talk about the fact that marriages of the past were more beautiful, they last longer, they were the couple were or the couples people who were involved in those marriages always talk to their vows, the dates, and all of that, and so people usually felt that marriages of the past are better, we're better, and we're more rewarding, and all of that. However, I do not agree with that, right? I do not agree with that in any way, and that's because of I believe that if in the past they had the acceptance, divorce had the acceptance which it has today. If in the past people had the rights that we have it today, people had the human rights, the human dignity, the willpower to stand up for themselves like we're having today, we would have had more divorces perhaps in the past than we have today. In fact, I believe that in the past we had more terrible marriages than we have today. It is my personal belief that we are having better marriages today because we have better teachers, we have better understanding of human behavior, we have better understanding of human relationships, the science, the psychology, and the spirituality of all of it. And we are having people who are applying these things to their daily lives. It makes me believe that we have better marriages and better romantic relationships than we had in the past. Yes, in the past we may have had a couple living together, being in the same marriage for 50, 70 years. But then I usually want to ask myself, were they enjoying the marriage? Were they actually living the kind of romantic life that we want to live? Because many times what we discover is that some of those people were just housemates. Yes, most of our ancestors were housemates. They did not even live in the same room. We had the master's bedroom different from mommy's bedroom, daddy's bedroom different from mommy's bedroom, and there's the master's bedroom, there's the wife's bedroom, and all of that. So they were more or less like housemates as it were. They were not even they did not share harmony. That's why usually when people say, hey, our marriages these days are bad, they are ending anyhow, not like marriages of the past. I usually ask them, do you want to have a marriage like the marriage of the past? Do you really want to have a marriage like those kind of marriages those days? And usually people say no. So what is it? Ecclesiastes, is it Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 10 now says, do not wish for the good old days. It is not wise. Right? Because I feel the reason why the wisest man who ever lived before Jesus said so was because what you're wishing for is a perspective that you don't understand. It's a perspective. The world is coming to an end. Things are getting bad and things are getting worse. But in the real sense, if we look at it, life to some extent is getting better. Our medicine is getting better. Our education is getting better. Right? Different things are getting better. We must acknowledge that reality. That is to some extent shines brighter and brighter until the full I usually say until the full setting of the sun. That's how I say it. Until the sun is midday or it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon in a typical Africa tropical society community. As it were. So it's my opinion that we have better marriages today than our ancestors ever had. The other challenge we have is how to ensure that our marriages last long. Our marriages are not lasting long, but they are beautiful. For the period it lasts until the people decide, until this comes up and the rest, and people decide to start playing. In fact, our marriages are even becoming more beautiful because people get to know when they are like, oh, this is not working, this thing is killing, this is deadly. Instead of us to kill each other, instead of us to live in hypocrisy, instead of us to destroy each other, let's just call it quits and all of that. So it's even one of the good things, or like having people who are together but really they are not together. As a friend once said that he knows a couple who in the last, was it 20 years or 21 years, the woman has never cooked for the man, they have never had sex, they have never done things together in the house, but out there during family functions they wear the same akara, they do things together, and you think that they have a beautiful marriage, but in reality na lie, everything na scam. So most of those people that ended up having long marriages, go and ask yourself, yeah, the marriage is beautiful. Would their children want to have the type of marriage that their parents had? Right? So don't long for the good old days. That's just actually what I want to say. Don't wish and long for the good old days. It is not wise. Create your own. Stop wishing. create what you want, create something beautiful, and the rest, right? In those days, life was not as good as we have it right now. We have changed many of the laws, we have changed many of the practices, we have changed many of the belief system. Why? Because we're not favorable and they were not good, and those are the belief system that kept them that long in the marriages. And we are coming to saying that those belief systems, those things are not good. We say they are being evil to husbands, they are being evil to children, they are being evil to wife, and we say these are laws and principles and policies are not good. And we have changed them over time. Even some of the religious doctrines, we have changed them over time because we felt that they were not good. So how then do we now long for the fruit of those bad things? Right? It's not good. Seriously not good. We can create something amazing and we can create something beautiful. We have better marriages today than we had in the past. Somebody said in those days parents had the right and parents chose spouses for wives for their children and the rest. I said yes, because in those days, you know what it meant? Like what my father said. My father said in the days where fathers had the power and mothers had the power to choose wives for their sons, the wives also had the power, the husbands also had the power in those days to divorce women for no reason. And not just that, they also had the power to marry second, third, fourth, fifth wife. So, dear mommy, you can marry any wife you want to marry for me. If I don't like her, I will go and marry the one that I like and the one that I want. So, do you want that? Do you agree to polygamy and polygyny? Right? So, these are the things we have to take into consideration. Can I just come up and start saying, oh, this was how it was used to be, it was beautiful then? Do you really want to have that beautiful experience in all its entirety, in everything about it? I'm sure you don't want to. So please, what we have right now is beautiful. Let's work on it and keep on developing it. And there we'll definitely have a beautiful marriage and a successful life. My name is El and I'm alright. Drop a comment, leave a comment for us, contact us, we'll respond, and share this with your friends so they get to enjoy the same things that you're enjoying. You rock.